Previously on the last Pokemon challenge. It's boring, it's tedious, completely unlike my videos, and coming up, it's all just made up and lies and not a particularly honest region. Welcome back to another 4 moves challenge. This time we're in Pokémon Crystal, and this time we're running Magmortar. So let's get this challenge underway. I like Magmortar. It's a good evolution of the Bumhead Fireduck. The Bumhead Fireduck is comically designed, and this just takes it to the next level. I think Bulbapedia describes it as a semi-humanoid Pokemon, which is a very accurate description of this thing. Wasn't a fan of it initially, but definitely throughout the course of my challenge running time and backporting it, I've grown quite a fondness for this Pokemon. It's so silly, but that's why I like it. It's also very, very strong. It's got 125 in special attack and 95 in special defense, so red isn't as much of an issue as he otherwise could be. And the 4 moves I've chosen for this challenge are Flamethrower, Hidden Power Ice, Sunny Day, and Thunder Punch. Let's get on to our first battle. It was a simple one-hit against the rival's Totodile. The rival will have Totodile throughout the course of this challenge. Well, he'll probably have Croconaw by the next time we battle him, but that is the line that he has in this one. We'll name him Triple Question Mark as we always do, and we'll start making our way towards Violet City. Now, Falkner does have Mud Slap, which technically could do some damage to us and, of course, lower our accuracy, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think we're just going to one-shot him. That's my idea anyway. Whether it'll come to fruition or not is a completely different matter. We got quite far without an encounter. That's long enough for me to decide, yes, we'll keep this challenge. For those of you who don't know, I quite often play the first part of the challenge 6 or 7 times at very least in order to get one where we go fairly far without encounters, because I like having that very quick Violet split. It puts us in good stead for the rest of the challenge. We'll decline saving money from the mother. We don't need her to spend our money on any items. We've got just enough items and just enough money as it is throughout the course of this challenge. We've been gradually getting poorer and poorer as we've shaved off more bits of this challenge, and as I do more vitamin shops than I used to. We get through Spearow. We are fairly paltry in the physical defense section, so we are probably going to take a fair bit of damage from anyone we can't one-shot. But then I think Spearow is the strongest Pokemon in this gym. I think it's even stronger than Falkner's Pidgeotto. We get through Birdkeeper Abe, and we can move on to Gym Leader number 1. This is Falkner, first Gym Leader, Flying Type Specialist, led with Pidgey, went down in 1. Here comes the Pidgeotto. He goes for Gust instead of Mud Slap. That does mean we get a very easy battle, and that means we get our first badge in 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Let's get the heck out of here. Let's get the call from Elm. Let's go into the Pokemon Center. We will grab the escape rope so we don't need to climb the Sprout Tower, and away we go. I am going to get the Prosecure Berry, thinking about it. That could come in useful. I think dangerous trainers today are going to be Claire and Claire. I can't think of anybody else. Maybe Chuck, actually, because he does have Surf on his Poliwrath, but I think everybody else should be fairly trivial and fairly meaningless for our progress. This is one of those Pokemon where you do just have a clean run. Unfortunately, we've been caught by Russell here. Not going to be any issue because we've got Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice is the answer to a lot of questions in this game, and that is why it is banned from Supermon, because Supermon would be far too easy with the crutches of Hidden Power Ice and Return. Now that we're at the other end of the cave, we'll grab the full heal. We'll go and have a little chat with Kurt, and then on our way back, we'll do a little bit of shopping, because Kurt has lied about his back for long enough. He can stay there at the bottom of the well. Let's go and buy some repels, and I'll also buy some super potions, because we quite often do need a quick heal with a Pokemon with quite low physical defense, especially in the early part of this game where physical attackers are very much in favour over special attackers. The next gym leader could be tricky as well, thinking about it. Not the next one, the one after, Whitney. I think we set up Sunny Day against the Clefairy and hope it doesn't become a bomb. That's my idea. Whether that is the right idea, we will find out in due course. We do have a little way to go until we get there. We'll probably be battling her in about 5 to 6 minutes' time, depending on how quickly the rest of this part of the challenge goes. We're going to get through this Team Rocket section incredibly quickly. Only one more left to go, and it's Coughing, and Coughing has no special defense. Coughing has no special defense whatsoever, but we low roll. Never mind, level 13 acquired. We get the free heal from Kurt, that's the one thing he's good for, and we'll go into our next gym. Now, feel sorry for Bugsy's gym trainers. We're coming in with a fire type again. He still hasn't learnt to buy a fire extinguisher for this place either. It actually gets burned down and rebuilt every time that we bring in a fire type to his gym. So we will have to hope that this time he can at least invest in a sprinkler. His bugs and plants will probably enjoy a sprinkler as well. So really, we're doing him a favour by burning down his gym every time. But he doesn't seem to thank us for it. Maybe he'll thank us for it by giving us a nice and easy gym battle. Just one more gym trainer left to go. It's Birdkeeper Bugcatcher Josh with his Paris, and now we'll take on Bugsy. Gym leader number 2 of 16, a bug-type specialist, leads with Metapod. One hit on the Metapod, it's going to be one hit on the Scyther, and then it's going to be one hit on the Cocooner. Very, very, very easy battle. Hive Badge acquired in 6 minutes and 8 seconds flat. For this gym, let's get out, let's take on rival number 2. This time he's going to lead with his Ghastly. We'll use a flamethrower on the Ghastly as we grow up to 17. We'll Thunder Punch the Croc. The Croc is going to Water Gun over us, and that's about as much damage as we're taking for this one. Even though he's got the type advantage, he doesn't ever get good moves on his Croc. So while his Croc is a little bit bulkier than I would like it to be, it's still never really a threat. The only thing that can be a proper threat is if he crits, and that isn't very common. At least from my past experience, you never know, he might get every single crit possible now between here and the end of his final battle at the Victory Road. He might just make me out to be a liar. I feel like Johto is the region of liars in general. We've got Kurt who lies, we've got Jasmine who lies, we've got Lance who is the main liar with the flyers. We lie from time to time when we misspeak. It's all just made up and lies and not a particularly honest region. And considering this region is the one that is supposed to be the calm and gentle and nice region versus the dystopian Kanto, I feel like the Cantonian people at least tell the truth, even if they do live in a dystopia. Let's get on the bike. Let's go into the underground. Let's beat up some trainers down here. They would be a threat if we didn't have such good coverage. I love having Fire, Ice, and Electric as coverage. It covers so much stuff. In fact, it's very rare to find a Pokemon that you cannot at least deal neutral damage with. I know that Ice and Ground is guaranteed neutral on everything in Generation 2, but this seems just as good. We'll get through all of these Magnemites, and then we'll take on the Lickitung as well, because it's really good experience, and it's also a lot of fun. So here comes Lickitung, we set fire to it. It gives us level 19, and we'll get the coin case. With that in the bag, let's escape rope out of here. Let's go and grab ourselves a rental Abra so that we can teleport back to Goldenrod City in just a moment. And then we'll get going through Spinner Hell. We're going to go on feet through Spinner Hell because that is the way we get through without getting any unwanted encounters. Hey, Fire Breather Waltz, look what we've got. You could have one of these. I know, it's so much better, isn't it, than your bumhead Fire Duck. We've got a Firehead Bum Duck. There we go. Fire Breather Waltz is defeated. We don't get Juggler Irwind. Do we need the Quickie Scene? Now we've got 83 in speed. I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. Hello, Mark. What have you got for us? You've got an Abra. We've got a Flamethrower. Growing up to 20. You've got another Abra. We've got another Flamethrower. You've got a Kadabra. We've still got a Flamethrower. Mark is down, and we'll take on Alan as well today, considering we have a Fire type. And he's got a Tangler ready for ignition. Look at that, how much experience we get from Tangler. If we can easily defeat Mark in one hit, we will defeat Alan in one hit. He is just too good to not battle. There are a few trainers like that. It's like Miller. Just really good experience in a region which is sorely lacking in those high experience shield Pokemon. Let's now take on Whitney's gym. Carry wasn't a right carry on in this particular instance, and we'll take on Whitney now. She is gym leader number 3. She is a normal type specialist, leads with a very hot now Clefairy, a very slappity Clefairy. We wouldn't hit the cow, we grow to 22. Sunny Day saved the day there, and we do get our next gym badge, the plain badge, in 10 minutes and 4 seconds. That's a really good time for Whitney's split. I'm happy with that one. Let's now go and chat with the eavesdropping so-and-so. She is then going to let her sister give us the squirty bottle, and then we'll stay on foot to go through Spinner Hell for a second and last time. As soon as we're through there, on the bike we go, get through the national park, get back on the bike, and we annoy this tree. We're going to leave it alone today. We're not going to try and beat it up, because it does have moves that could do a lot of damage against us. However, we are going to get to TM08, which is Rock Smash, and now I do want to stick on a Repel. I'm going to try to remember to Repel here, because then we can get this Ether, and because we like going through this patch of grass here. Oh, it's not quite long enough. Oh, bog off, Olivia. You've got a course, though. We've got a Thunder Punch. Please, one hit. Thank you. That's all we care about. So we don't want to get Normand either. Norman is very annoying. He has Body Slam. He can paralyze us. That's not a fun time. We don't want to get Normand. We'll get past him, but we will take on the married couple today. Starting with Ruth, she's got a Pikachu. That is a rat on fire. And then we will also do the same to her husband's rodents as well. So I know what they're having for dinner tonight. Let's get out of here and let's take on the lighthouse in just a second. We do need to do a very quick shop first, where we're going to get 11 Super Repels. Have I gone past them? No, I haven't. 11 is all we need, and we'll also go and chat with the burly man. He's going to give us his phone number. He'll be swimming across the sea to help us with Chuck, and then he'll also help us in the ice path. Little chat with Nurse Joy to get ourselves back up to maximum power points, and now we can start climbing the lighthouse. Starting off with Gentleman Alfred here. He's got a bird. I like that bird, but we do have to set fire to it. It's in the rules of the challenge. If you see a Noctowl, it must be ignited. It must experience some form of combustion in order to get through. We will Thunder Punch the dog. We don't really have anything great for the dog, I've got to be honest. So we are going to be losing a little bit of time here, but we outspeed, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's take on Connie. She's got a Marill. Her Marill has some water moves, but her Marill will not get a chance to use said water moves because it will go down in one. We'll grab the Ether so that we can restore our PP. And you know what? Today we will take on this extra sailor in earnest. He's got a Machop, which is a one-hit. He's got a Poliwhirl, which is also a one-hit. And he's got a Machop, which is, in fact, a one-hit. Let's get this extra Super Repel, get us up to 12. Hello, Jazz. Yes, wonderful. Yada, yada, yada. We will grab the rare candy, we will then escape rope out of here, and we'll start making our way back towards the burnt tower. Before we do that, another quick PP pit stop, because we did use quite a lot of our PP up there. We'll take one step left here, and we'll make our way back towards Ecruteak. No Toby, no Toby, you're not in the agenda today. Before we take on the rival, let's take on the Kimono Girls. They should hopefully be fairly easy. We've got a Thunder Punch the Flareon. That is annoying. Sand Attack is one of the single most annoying things that Flareon can do. Peskyon's next. Peskeon will go down easily. Umbreon will probably be a two-shot with Flamethrower, and we could end up being Sand Attacked again, which will be very, very, very annoying. Thunder Punch saves the day there, though. And we can move on to the final two. Is this the Vaporeon? This is the Vaporeon. Probably a range here, and we don't get the range. How annoying. But we do get through. Final one is going to be Mickey. She's got a Jolteon. That Jolteon's very frail, so we do defeat it first try. Let's now have a little chat with the man staring at the stage. We'll get the raft, and let us use a potion at this point as well. We'll go into the Burnt Tower now, and it's almost time for Rival 3, but before we do that, stick on a Repel, don't want any encounters. don't want to be anywhere near any wild Pokemon. This is Rival 3. He's going to lead with his Haunter. Can we one-hit the Haunter? Yes, yes we can. Can we one-hit the Croconaw? Yes, yes we can. How about the Zubat? Oh, it goes away. Final Pokemon is Magnemite. It gets melted for scrap. And that is that done. Fall through the floor. We will release the beast. And now we'll meet back up for Morty. And now with Morty's gym trainers taken care of, we can take care of Morty as well. He is our 4th gym leader, a dual Ghost and Poison type spectacular leader, led with Ghastly. Ghastly was a one-hit, as is Haunter. What about the Gengar? Is it a range? It is a range, but Hypnosis misses, and that brings us on to one last Haunter. Level 30 acquired, Fog Badge also acquired, and that means we can get the heck out of here. 1621 for the Fog Badge. Let's now go east. Let's remember to stick on a repel. Let's also move these super repels up to a more sensible position. We will go and grab that super potion, and it's time for beating up Miller. Miller is a staple of our challenge runs. Very good experience. Very, very nice battle. Easy, easy, easy time there. And now we will escape rope out, and we'll make our way up to the Lake of Rage. Don't think we'll have any issues with the Gyarados in the Lake of Rage. Something telling me that having a Thunder Punch will be just the trick. Gonna get the extra Bitter Berry because we might want to set up against Will. Not sure about that yet, but there's no harm in spending the couple of seconds it takes to get it. First though, we're going to take care of another Nidoking, and we're also going to take care of this Slowbro. Let's see, can we one-hit this? Yes, we can. Level 31 has been acquired. Let's go up to the Gyarados now, and we'll take it on. Red Gyarados, and one Thunder Punch later, it goes away. That's what we like to see. One Red Scale acquired. Let's have a little chat with Lance the Liar, with the Flyers, of course, the main liar of this challenge. And now we're going to risk it for a biscuit. We just about made it through there without any encounters. Full restore. Let's go and grab the rare candy from here as well. And then we'll move on back to Olivine. It's going to be a very, very quick trip to Olivine because we're going to be crossing the open seas. I do just want to change the day to Sunday while we're at it though, because I want to grab the magnet in just a little moment. Let's stick on our last regular repel and let's cross the sea. Hopefully we don't get Swimmer K-Lead. We do not get Swimmer K-Lead. Good stuff. No encounters, please. Thank you. We don't want to go in there, actually. We can save our TP spot for the Olivine battle, which is going to be happening straight after this. We've got to get through this gym first, though. Hopefully it won't be too bad of an experience. Hitmonlee does a lot of damage with a crit. Goodness me. We've got to hope that Hitmonchan does not play sensibly. That was not part of the plan. He goes for Ice Punch. It's fine. Hitmonchan can always be relied upon to save the day with some really, really duff RNG for his moves. The Black Belts just use attacking moves at random. There's no rhyme or reason to what they use. It does mean that you get some really weird situations like that, but I kind of like it. I think it's fun. Let's move on to Black Belt Lung now. We'll use Thunder Punch. No, we won't. I thought we healed. Did we not heal? For goodness sake, we might need to go and do a quick heal in Cinewood after all. Goodness sakes. It's fine. We can fly to Olivine. It's not the worst in the world. I must have said no to Nurse Joy. That's the only explanation. But at least it means we don't need to heal pre-Jasmine now. Mint Berry is probably the right idea because he's more likely to go for Surf than D-Punch, or at least that's my idea here. He leads with Primate. We're going to Flamethrower the Primate. We're going to get rid of that straight away. On to the Poliwrath. Let's use Sunny Day. Oh, bloody sakes, he's crit. But we crit! Ha! How does that feel, Chuck? Storm Badge acquired in 1957. Let's get out of here. Let's have a little chat with Chuck's wife. Get ourselves HMO2 and the air balloon. We'll be going on the housekeeping in just a moment, but first I want to take on Jazz. It's nicer to take on Jazz now than later, and she should be fairly easy. I'm not expecting any trouble at all. She's got no special defense. She's got a glaring weakness to the fire type, and we have Stab Flamethrower, so I can only see this going one way. Hopefully we don't ever get caught by him again. Yes, Amphi, you're making a really, really, really good fake impression of an ill Pokemon. We don't believe you for a moment. We know that Jasmine is paying you off in battery charges. Let's now take on Jasmine. We're going to stand to the right of her today because we are right and she is wrong. She is our 6th gym leader, a Steel-type specialist, led with Magnemite. Steelix comes out, it goes away as quickly as it came out, as is the last Magnemite. There we go, easy battle, mineral badge acquired in 21:02. And with that, I will get on with the housekeeping and we'll meet back up for price. And that is the rocket section in Mahogany done for another challenge. We get the bath plug from Lance. He leaves and we are going to follow suit. We're actually going to overtake him here because we use our escape probe. Let's get into gym number 7. This is Price's Ice type gym. I really hope we don't get protected here. I'm hoping that he will see our fire type and he will just play ball. I do want to take on the Jinx as well. I think the Jinx is going to give us really good special stat experience that we can use to our advantage here in this gym. Single Flamethrower takes care of Jinx as well, so it's not exactly a long battle. Let's take on Price, gym leader number 7, an Ice type specialist who's going to lead with Seal. We'll Thunder Punch the Seal, it will go down in 1. We'll Thunder Punch the Dugong, and it goes down in 1. Up next is the Swine, and we get 3 for 3 there. Very, very quick Glacier Badge, time of 26 minutes and 19 seconds. That means we get the call from Elm, and that is our cue to get the heck out of here. We'll get the Max Repel, we'll go and cross the open water here, so that we can pick up the first of 2 elixirs that we'll be grabbing in this challenge. On the bike we go now, and probably off the bike because I'm not that good on the bike at the moment. Goodness me, I'll make up that time somewhere, I'm sure of it. But we'll do the bike in the ice path. I kind of wish I was actually in the ice path at the moment. It's very, very, very warm here still. So my movement isn't actually as good as it should be on the controller, partly because of how warm it is. I'm not able to make the precise little inputs that I normally do. So I'm having to play backup strategies for a lot of movement. It's annoying when the British weather can really, really just hamper your challenge running. It shouldn't. We're supposed to have very mundane weather here in the UK. The occasional storm, and that's about it. But nope, the weather has decided heat and nothing else. And the thing is, it's not looking like it's going to change anytime soon. So I can't even put off recording and then cram a bunch in all at once, because it's still going to be just as bleeding hot. Anyway, let's go and grab ourselves 11 Max Repels, and then we'll go down and grab the last of the items, starting off with the Elixir. Then we'll get off the bike here. We don't get hit by that trainer. I've forgotten her name, which is a really good sign that we've not been hit by her lately. We will go and grab the PP up in the water, and I do want the extra Prosecure Berry because we are going to be setting up against Claire. But with that, we are ready to get ourselves into Goldenrod and do the rival. And so after taking on the lying director at the top of the radio tower, because there is even more lies in this game, we are ready to take on the 4th and penultimate rival battle. This time he's going to lead with his Golbat. We've got so many choices to dispose of his Golbat. I think we'll set fire to it. That seems like a good way to get rid of it. On to the Feraligatr. Goodbye, Feraligatr. You don't even get a chance to use a piddly little water gun. Haunter goes down as well. Sneasel Pleasel goes down, and the last Pokemon is Magnemite. We drop some Soldier on the floor as it seems to just completely disappear from everybody's view, and that means we can move on with our lives and move on to the rest of this bloody rocket section. We've been really lucky with the quick attacks lately, so I'm fully expecting every blooming rat from here to the end to quick attack us just to slow us down as much as possible. I'm going to try and optimize our PP usage here as well. Oh, that rat didn't quick attack us. Maybe it's because I complained about it preemptively. Preemptive complaining might just work as much as general complaining in this game. I've got to try it more often. Oh, I'm misclicked there, but it's fine. One extra turn isn't going to make the world of difference. Let's switch these switches off. and we'll take on the Burglars. This is Burglar Eddie. He's got a Growlithe. He's got a bad fire type in comparison to our fire type. But then Growlithe never got an evolution. It got what I would say, at least battling-wise, was a worse evolution in Generation 8 in Legends Arceus. I feel so bad for Arcanine fans, because what you got, instead of like a properly strong and powerful representative of the Pokémon regional form, you got something that gained quad weakness to both ground and water. I don't know what they were thinking, making it rock ground. It just makes the line so much worse. We did a Hisuian Growlithe backport stream a little while ago. Well, actually a long while ago now, and yeah, it's just not that good. It's so bad compared to regular Arcanine, because Arcanine is a good Pokemon. It stands the test of time even now. But Hisuian Arcanine, oh, that's something else. It's up there with Magcargo. It's got the same type combination as Magcargo. And if you've got the same type combination as Magcargo, that's not a good thing. That's not something you should be proud of. That is something you should hide at all costs. Let's chat with the director, get the card key so we can speak to the actual head of Team Rocket. We're going to use an ether on our flamethrower while we're here. Escape rope out, back on the bike, and into the top of the radio tower we go. We will go through this door, which will magically disappear. I do love that. I really like the design of that door. I know it's such a silly thing to appreciate, but the way they've made that look is so blooming good. Let's take on the Team Rocket Fortress. He'll be a good idea of how well we're going to do. And we one-hit him, so we're going to do very well. Only 2 more executives left to go, and then we'll be able to leave here with our heads held high. We're going to set fire to her Pokemon as revenge for wasting all of our time, although I've waffled so much that there's not even a cut in this section. I do apologise that you've had to put up with all these rockets. Let's deal with the last one, and then we'll put them to bed for another challenge. Thunder Punch on that, Thunder Punch on this, grow to 45, and then 2 Thunder Punches on the Houndoom should be our lot. All done. We're finished with the Rockets. 34 minutes for the Rockets. Not too shabby at all. Clear Bell acquired. Not sure what we're going to do with that. We'll just like jingle as we walk now. And we'll go and leave. Don't need to get the Sunny Day TM. Don't need to get the Pink Bow. However, we do want to say yes, yes, no, yes and no. 112, 1 and 2 gets us the radio card. And we can leave. Let's go to Blackthorn. Let's do a quick PP pit stop. And then we'll go into our final Jotonian gym. This is going to be Claire's Dragon-type gym, but there are some water types in here as well. So this is our first potential place where we could get stopped. This is the first place where I feel like Magmortar may show its weaknesses. I hope it doesn't, but it is always going to be on the cards. We do have some water types. We've got Seadra, for instance, but Seadra is very weak, especially, so we can just Thunder Punch it away. I'm not sure what item to go in holding either. I reckon the Magnet is going to make most sense, because the Magnet is going to then boost our Thunder Punch, and Thunder Punch should be fairly strong. Actually, no. We've got Price's Badge Boost, haven't we? So Hidden Power is currently running stronger than Thunder Punch. So if we take the Magnet off, and we put the Never Melt Ice on, then Hidden Power is going to be significantly stronger. Let's do that now before I forget. Goodness me. Getting all kinds of lost in the bag here. Never Melt Ice on. Yeah, because that's going to be 86 power now, as opposed to like 75, 85 power, 82 power, something like that. No, we don't want a Flamethrower. Whatever it is, it's lower. I can't do maths, and I can't do maths in heat. You wouldn't think I'd got an A in GCSE maths, would you? This is Claire, our final Jotonian leader, the first chance really of going down. And this is how she goes. She starts with 3 Magneton, although she's not going for that. Magneton? Dragonair. Goodness me, a crit from Surf again. How actually ludicrous. Dragon Breath has paralysed us as well. Yeah, we did go down. Let's try again. Hopefully this time we don't get quite as terrible luck. 1 hit. Sunny Day. Smokescreen's mean. We are hopefully... Double Smokescreen. Absolutely ridiculous, Claire. Absolutely friggin' ridiculous. Nope, that's the wrong move. Press down on the D-pad, not up. That's how you get to the right move. Sunny Day. Surf doesn't crit. Hidden Power. Good. Hyper Beam. She's locked in. She's not going to heal. We've got the win now. That was slow. That was annoying, but it's not the end of the world. It does probably mean we're not going to podium finish now, but we were always going to have a tough time at Claire. There's no two ways about it. She is a very tricky trainer for a fire type. We've learned that time and time again. I'm not annoyed at that one. I'm not happy with it, but I'm not really annoyed at the state of affair there, because we just got a little bit unlucky, and a little bit of bad luck is to be expected when you can't just annihilate everything in your way. We are going to get sub 38 minutes, Claire. Double 1, 2, 1 and 2 gets us the final badge. She'll enter into the Dragon's Den. Probably looking at about a 37.40 for this. 37.38 for the Rising badge. Still sub 40 minute Claire. We're still up in the top 10, I think, of the challenge so far. And you never know, that could have been the hardest one of them all. We'll only find out once we start heading towards the Pokemon League, and that's exactly where we're going now. So let's get on the egg balloon and let's head east. Already spoken to him because I've got the rare candy already. Like doing that because it means we have a smoother ride through. In fact, we should take on Megan here. She's got a bunch of grass types. We've got Hidden Power Ice and we've got Flamethrower. So these are just really easy KOs. We are going to take on Rena as well today. Rena is great experience. And we, of course, have Thunder Punch for her Staryu. Or her Starmie, I should say. And we've got Hidden Power Ice for her Nidoqueen. So we really have no reason not to take her on. Very, very, very easy battle. Very quick battle. Lots of experience. That is what we like to see. We're not going to take on the Fisher there. We won't take on Richard either. We're going to try and avoid Joyce because Joyce is just all things terrible. We don't get caught by him today. That's great. We do need to take on Big Beth. We can't avoid her. She is mandatory. She's got a Rapidash. We've got a Thunder Punch. We paralyze her Rapidash. It stomps, does negligible damage. And then we can do the old loop-de-loop, remembering the Max Elixir while we're there. And now we can get ourselves into the Victory Road. So let's stick on another Super Repel. We'll move the Max Repels up to top spot while we're in the bag. And we'll go and grab the HP up. We sold the other one for some calcium earlier. So our Bumhead Fireduck's lack of teeth are very, very shiny. The bones are very shiny in this thing. Let's go and take on the rival for one last time, and then we'll tell him to sod off. And he won't ever pester us again, because we won't go anywhere where he likes to hang out. One hit on the Sneasel, one hit on the Feraligatr, growing up to 49. Out comes the Golbat, we'll set fire to it. We have clipped its wings, we'll set fire to the Haunter, and then we'll also set fire to the Kadabra, and we will melt down a Magneton now. So any trainers coming through Victory Road after us, there is going to be a spillage just near the entrance to the Pokemon League. Let's get our 4 full restores and let's park ourselves outside the stairs so we can take a look at our stats. We're shaping up like this. We are level 49 with 159 HP, holding the Nevermelt Ice with Flamethrower, Hidden Power Ice, Sunny Day and Thunder Punch. 127 in attack, 101 in defense, 164 in special attack, 135 in special defense, and 115 in speed. Don't forget, those are just the out of battle stats. We will get a big buff in battle, as we'll see in a moment, against Will. He is going to be our first league member. Just doing a little bit of preparation for Will. Do we not have any Bitterberries? Yes, we do. They're quite high up in the bag. And let's go in. Will is league member number 1. I reckon he'll be okay, but there is the chance that he could screw us over. We one-hit the Xatu. Very good start. How about this Slowbro? We possibly could have one-hit that with the Magnet, but Amnesia means nothing. We'll Thunder Punch the Xatu, and then we'll set fire to the Jinx. Last Pokemon is going to be Executor. We'll set fire to that as well. And we are through Will. Will was always going to be easy, I think. Up next is going to be Koga. Koga, again, should be fine. He is our second league member. He is a Poison-type specialist, leads with Ariados. Ariados is a one-hit. Fortress is next. Sunny Day as it uses Spikes. Sunny Day not to KO the fortress, it will melt even at the slightest heat, but I'm hoping this will then speed up the rest of the battle. If we can one-hit the Crobat just like that, then we'll feel pretty blooming good about ourselves, because we get the clean sweep on Koga. 41-24 for him. Let's move on to Bruno. He is a fighting type specialist. He can be particularly pesky, you know. He leads with Hitmontop. We're going to try and set fire to the Hitmontop. We get rid of it. Onyx is next. We'll use Hidden Power. It goes away. How about this Machamp? Sunny Day as Cross Chop hits. It does not crit. And we get rid of it in one. Level 52 acquired as the Hitmonlee comes out. One hit on that. So the last one is going to be Hitmonchan. It uses Mach Punch. And it is down. Bruno done. We're on to Karen next. Karen is our final league member. We do have some prep work to do for Karen. Full restore. All of our rare candies. All 5 of them. We will use another elixir, and then we will use the HP up, and we're already holding on to a Bitter Berry. Fantastic. Karen is our final league member. She is a dark type specialist. She leads with Umbreon. Sunny Day, Sand Attack is very annoying there. The HP up trick isn't foolproof. It can sometimes not work, but it's always worth doing. One miss. Hopefully that's the only miss we get. We do have the Houndoom. That's going to be slightly pesky, but I'm hoping a pair of Thunder Punches will take care of it. Spadef drop on Crunch is particularly evil as well, but we get through that. As long as we connect on the Vileplume like we do, we don't need to fret. No need to worry, no need to panic. We get through Karen first try. Let's use our full restore now, and let's go on to Lance the Liar with the Flyers. He is the only obstacle between us and the Hall of Fame. I'm going to swap to the Magnet, actually. That's going to be a better choice. Let's take him on. He is the Liar with the Flyers. He is a flying type specialist, of course, who leads with Gyarados. One hit with Thunder Punch on the Gyarados to get us up to 58. Out next is going to be Aerodactyl. One hit. We punch it away. Next, we are going to punch. Well, we're not going to punch. We're going to Hidden Power the Dragonite in the mouth. The same with the second Dragonite. Out comes the Charizard. We'll punch it in the mouth, and it'll go away. And that just leaves the last Dragonite. One Hidden Power seals Lance's fate. We grow to 59, and we get through the Pokemon League. 43-41 is our Lance split. Let's now get our final Hall of Fame time for this challenge. We're clocking in at the Hall of Fame at 43 minutes and 55 seconds. That was a really smooth run. I'm a little bit annoyed, not very annoyed, but I have become a little bit annoyed at the Claire time there. I think we just got some really duff luck, and we did lose a little bit of time. Let's take a look at the leaderboard now, though, and we are in 6th place, kind of towards the top. If we'd have saved another minute, we would have been on the top 3, but as it stands, we're still in that high echelon, potentially sub-hour pack. Not sure if we are going to get sub-hour. Snorlax is in the way of us, of course, but we're still doing very, very well. This is only half of the story, and let's, for posterity, get it on the all-runs leaderboard, because we have done Magmortar in the past. Still in 6th place, no change. All of the top 10 runs are 4 moves runs up to this point. I think the 11th place is a Zangoose who has dropped down out of the top 10. No, Zangoose is really far down. Bloody hell. Must be a really quick red fight. Let's keep our eyes out, actually, for the other Magmortar challenges. I think we've done 2 more. One with end of the line rules, and one as a standard backport, where we started off as a Magby. They will be floating around the leaderboard somewhere, but I don't think any of them will get anywhere near as good as we've done so far. Don't forget, this is only half of the story. This is just the first 8 gym badges. We still have another 8 gym badges plus the red fight left to come. Anything can happen. We could get top 3, or we could crash and burn. So I tell you what, don't you dare go anywhere, because Kanto is next. And now we're rejoining the action as we always do here in Vermilion City, and if you were looking for Magmortar on the leaderboard, you weren't going mad. They were stream challenges, so they weren't on there. It was 105.10, for the original Magmortar backport where we went through the line, and then 5240 for the 5247, I beg your pardon, for the other Magmortar backport. That was where we did end of the line. So those are the 2 Magmortar backports that we have done so far. And with that, let's get on with Kanto. We have a long way to go until the end of the challenge. We've got 8 gym badges plus the red fight, and we're starting off here with the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. He gives us a rare candy, and we're going to go straight into gym number 1. This is Lieutenant Surge's electric type gym. We're going to get a lovely boost to our Thunder Punch in just a moment, and that's going to be just as well because we have the magnet, and that will make things a little bit easier. Let's start off with Surge. He starts with the Raichu. He has 1 hit on him to go down. We outspeed the Electrode. We're at 155 speed at the moment. We could easily outspeed most of Red's team by the end, providing we get enough levels. I have used a couple of Carbos, but not too many. Don't think we need to focus too much on speed. Thunder Badge acquired in 45.45. What a satisfying time for the Thunder Badge. Let's go up now into Saffron City. We will dip into the Pokemon Center, and we will take on Sabrina second. We've got to remember we cannot stick out of her gym in this generation. It's only in Generation 3 and maybe Gen 1, but we don't really play that, where that is a thing. Pescion goes down in 1 hit. We'll use another flamethrower on the Mr. Mime, and then we'll set fire to the Alakazam as well. 2 very quick gyms to get us started. Time of 46.18, 46.20 on the overlay for the Soul Badge. Oh dear. I have made a right pig's ear of that. Let's get out. Let's not air balloon. Let's Rentalabra back to the Pokemon Center. I think the heat's getting to me. It's kind of the hottest part of the day. I've only got 15 or so minutes left of movement in this challenge. It's absolutely fine. We'll get through it together. Let's get into gym number 3. This is the grass type gym. We're going to put Hidden Power up top for a little bit, and we'll use this against all of the trainers. No need to use Flamethrower. We can conserve that PP for when we might need it. We've got just 3 I say just. 3 is a high number of mandatories for this generation. It's not like Generation 3, where every gym has like 4 or 5 trainers you've got to get through, or at least I choose to get through. In this one, you're very, very, very unlucky if you've got 3 mandatories. Like Janine's only got the 1. We'll be seeing her in just a moment, but first, we get through Erica. She leads with Tangela. Tangela goes down because it's got no special defense. Blossom goes down even though it does have special defense. Victory Bell says hello and goodbye, and the last one is going to be Jumpluff. Jumpluff is another 1 hit. We get rid of it, and we do get the Rainbow Badge, 47.43 for her badge. Let's get back on the bike. Let's get ourselves down to the bottom of Cycling Road, where we'll hopefully have a really nice time of it. Was a little bit early there and messed up the movement. It's fine. These things happen. We've got to get through Janine's mandatory Birdkeeper Bob with his Noctowl, and it is 1 hit to get rid of it. Let's get into Janine's gym and let's take her on. She is a poison type specialist. She's also a specialist in a bit of the old nepotism, and she leads with Crobat. We can 1 hit the Crobat with Hidden Power to get us started. Onto the Weezing we go. Weezing is especially weak, physically strong, so we don't really mind hitting it with a Hidden Power. Ariados doesn't really mean anything, and neither does the Venomoth. We'll Thunder Punch the Venomoth as she uses a Dire Hit, and that is Janine defeated. Soul Badge acquired in 48.38. I think I called Sabrina's badge the Soul Badge earlier. It's because it feels like those 2 badges are the wrong way round. It feels like the Soul Badge should go to the Psychic Specialist, and the Marsh Badge should be to the one in the Safari Zone. No, you leave me alone. Only 1 more trainer to go until we'll have a little skip through Rock Tunnel. This is Hiker Jimothy. We'll swap Flamethrower back up to top spot, and now we'll meet on the other side. And now we are through the other end of the Rock Tunnel. That was a fairly smooth one. I'm getting the gist of that without having to refer to my notes too much, and we can get ourselves into the power plants. The manager is going to give somebody a taste of his Zap Cannon. I would stay well clear from him if I were you. I don't think his Zap Cannon would be particularly tasty, But let's move on from that and let's go up to Nugget Bridge. We're going to air balloon into Cerulean to do the quicker movement there so we don't have to dodge around the buildings there. And now we'll get ourselves up onto Nuggets Bridge itself. I can't believe for so long that I thought that rocket was mandatory. I can't remember who it was, but somebody about 3.5 years ago pointed out saying, you know, you don't have to battle him. And I was very happy because that's one fewer battle that we have to do in this horrible long stretch of mandatory pointless battles. And that brings me on to something that I've done for the ROM hack. Instead of having all of the trainers walk up to you, I've done a Scarlet and Violet type thing where you have the trainers standing in their positions, but you don't get forced to battle them. You have to talk to them to battle them, much like in Scarlet and Violet. Wonderful HM friend of the channel, Gemma, she is the one that suggested it to me in the Discord, and I was like, yeah, that's a really good idea, and it's 2 lines of code to get it done. So I'm absolutely having that. I can't really use it in these challenges, although it is coded into here in case you do want to use the challenge run patch in that way. But yeah, really good idea. Very, very, very fun to do with the open world run. I'm so excited to bring you the open world run at some point. It's going to be an awful lot of fun. Hopefully not too long to go for that. We do have the cursed run coming up fairly soon, but after that, the next Pokémon Crystal but is going to be Pokémon Crystal, but it's an open world adventure. For now, let's get ourselves back to Cerulean City and let's take on Misty. Once again, we have the potential to go down here. I don't think it's likely, but it is definitely possible. She leads with Golduck. We are going to set up a sunny day against the Golduck as Surf comes out to play. We're preemptively setting up the sunny day in preparation for the, not the Quagsire, the other one, the Lapras, because then we should be able to use Flamethrower and deal a lot of damage just like that. We can Thunder Punch the Starmie and we get rid. Level 64 required, and that is Misty defeated. 1 Cascade badge earned, we'll get ourselves a machine part, and we will rental Abra back towards the power plant. On the bike we go for some very awkward movements, and we shall use a Max Repel. This will see us all the way through until Pewter City. It's a very, very efficient Max Repel. It's something that about 1.5 years ago, when I was rerouting Kanto, one of the things I wanted to do was try and optimize the repel usage so we didn't have to bag so much. And there are also only a couple of times in the entire challenge, in the Kanto section at least, where we have to do more than just a simple press up on the town map so that we can fly. It's a very, very optimized part of the challenge, and I think Johto is now just as optimized, but I'm still looking for time saves. I've not had any inspiration yet, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to save time. 3 drill now is not the bloody time, mate. Go and leave us alone. Been really bad with the 3 drill timing lately, and I don't really know why. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just sometimes you get on a bit of a bad run of form with them, and you end up getting caught far more often than you used to by rotators. Let's take on Brock now. He is our next gym leader. He is a rock type specialist. He has the type advantage, but he also has the thing of having no special defense, so it kind of evens out, because we can use Thunder Punch on the water types, and we can use Hidden Power Ice on the ground types. So we get super effective damage on every single one of Brock's Pokemon, and we get through in 53-52. Not too shabby. On the bike, then off the bike, we get past 3 drill, and we can get back on the bike here. Let's get ourselves down into Viridian City. We're going to stick on a Max Repel. We will air balloon up to Viridian. We'll stick our head in the Pokemon Center, and then we'll get back on the bike. And now we are really in the end game. We've only got 2 gym leaders and a red fight left to come. We'll get the rare candy here. We'll chat with Blue so that he gets himself back to his gym in Viridian. And then we'll get back on the water. Let's skip him doing the quicker movement here, and we'll go into Blaine. Blaine is our penultimate gym leader. He is a fire type specialist, much like us. He led with Magcargo. 1 hit on the Magcargo. 1 hit on his weaker Bumhead Fireduck, and it's not going to be a 1 hit on the Rapidash. Oh dear. Is that a range? Who'll know, because we do get rid of it next time. Blaine has been defeated, Volcano Badge acquired. Let us now use a Max Elixir. We're also going to use a Super Potion to get us back up to full health, and we'll rental Abra back to Viridian. Let's get ourselves into our final gym. This is Blue. He is our final gym leader of the challenge. He's a mixed type specialist who's going to lead with Pidgeot. We're going to use Thunder Punch against the Pidgeot, and it does go down in one. Rhydon's next. We've got Hidden Power for that. That should be a one-shot just like that. Gyarados comes out to play. We'll Thunder Punch it in the mouth. It will disappear. We've got Alakazam next. We'll Flamethrower it and hope that we're strong enough. Yes, we are. Arcanine is our penultimate Pokemon. He's going for Extreme Speed. That is a really good range there. Just out of Healing Looping range. Set fire to the Executor, and that is Blue defeated. 55 minutes and 51 seconds for the Earth Badge. Going to heal up very, very quickly here. Going to use another Max Elixir, and then we will Air Balloon over to Pallet Town. Let's have a little chat with Professor Oak. Yes, we have done all 16 badges. No, you don't need to keep bringing up the Noctowl. Thank you very much. Let us Air Balloon back to Viridian now, and let's stick on a Super Repel while we think about it. And we'll make our way over to the Silver Cave. Not too long left in this challenge now. I say that. Red could be pigging awful. We do not know yet. I am banking on Red being not too egregious. I'm not sure if we'll get sub-hour, maybe sub-105, almost certainly sub-110. We'll have to see. Let's meet back up for him. I am getting what I would call good at that movement at long last. Really, really happy with that movement. Let's get ourselves in front of Red. Let's see how we go. This is the final trainer of the challenge. He leads with Pikachu. Wonder why his title card didn't play. Not to worry. Let's have a think. We can probably set fire to the Pikachu. That's a good start. Pestion's out next. Interesting. We'll Sunny Day as he reflects. Then we'll Flamethrower and get rid of it in one. Up third is going to be the Blastoise. We'll Thunder Punch. He's probably going to Rain Dance, isn't he? So we don't take damage against the Blastoise. Snorlax is next. This one is quite pesky, I've got to say. We'll Flamethrower. We're hoping for a burn. We do get a burn. That is very powerful, but he might then go to sleep. He doesn't go to sleep. Goodness. That means we can Thunder Punch this Charizard. Flamethrower isn't going to do too much. The sunlight has faded now as well, but that's absolutely fine. We get rid of the Venusaur, and that is the battle done. 58-03 for Red. I am speechless. Claire was the only time we reset in this. I thought we were going to be having a real old tussle with Red, but no, get through first try. Let's take a look at these leaderboards. Starting off with our 4 moves final, we're in 4th place. I'm not going to complain at that. We are 8 seconds ahead of Charizard, and we are not too far off, just over 40 seconds, or just under 40 seconds, away from the podium. Very, very, very good time there for our Magmortar. Let's put it on the overall Crystal leaderboard. And yet again, it is going to be in 4th place there with our 4 moves challenge. Now everything on this leaderboard is a 4 moves challenge. I am really impressed with Magmortar. It has surprised me at every step of the way. I thought we'd be struggling here, there and everywhere. That's where I was thinking the first page with the one in number 10 being a backpull. It was Zangoose, 11th place now, so it has fallen off the first page. A lot of Zangoose challenges on this, a lot of Ursaring challenges on this, but this is our first Magmortar video, and I think it's shown itself to be very, very strong. 83rd place for the Bumhead Fireducks end of the line challenge there. So we have saved an awful lot of time over that, and even more time over the original Magmar challenge. All the way back, let me think back, October 2022 I want to say is the first time we did the Magmar challenge. Please do let me know if I'm right about that. I seem to remember doing Jinx Selective as a Magmar all in one. But with that, we are done for another challenge. It's been absolutely lovely to spend the last little while with you. I hope you've had fun. If you have, please do make sure to leave a like. And now I will say thank you all so much for watching. These videos are not possible without your support. You really do mean so much with your support. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever it is you're getting up to. Sweet dreams if you're going to sleep, and I'll catch you very soon.